Hello and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Women injured in cooking gas explosion in Muscat. Missing man found alive in Oman. Omani company wins Earthshot award. NASA astronauts successfully install new rollout solar array on space station. Family members of Indian workers now eligible to work in Canada. Russia refuses to accept EU's oil price cap. Messi celebrates 1,000th game with goal and World Cup quarter-final tie against Netherlands. FIFA World Cup 2022 DP blind Dumfries goal helped Netherlands enter quarterfinals. Those are the headlines. Now for the local stories for the day. A woman was critically injured due to the explosion of a cooking gas at a house in the Wilayat of Boshar, Muscat Governorate. The firefighting teams of the Civil Defence and Ambulance Department in the Governorate of Muscat responded to a cooking gas explosion at a house in the Al Ansab area in the Wilayat of Boshar, which resulted in the injury of a woman. Emergency medical care was provided to her on site and she was taken to the hospital in critical condition, Civil Defence and Ambulance Authority said in a statement. The Royal Oman Police announced that it has been able to find a missing citizen who is in stable health. The Royal Oman Police announced that with reference to a report of a missing citizen in Dhofar Governorate, field teams launched search and investigation operations for him. The research efforts, in cooperation with his family, culminated in finding him unconscious inside his house in the Awqad area, and then he was transported by ambulance of the Civil Defence and Ambulance Authority to the hospital to complete the procedures to check on his health. He is in a stable condition. Friday, ROP announced that the citizen Muhammad Al-Haf left his home in the Awqad area in the Wilayat of Salalah on Monday, November 28, 2022 and did not return until the date of publishing this announcement. Omani startup company in the environmental field, 44.01 Company, is among the 5 winners of the Earthshot Award in its second edition, presented by Prince William, Prince of Wales. The company was able to develop an innovative technology called mineralization to convert carbon dioxide into rocks through solar energy. There were 15 contenders for Prince William's Earthshot Prize for Environmental Innovation, which is awarded in the US city of Boston on Friday. The winners of 5 prizes were announced and each prize was worth $1.21 million. It recognizes solutions to some of the planet's greatest environmental challenges. Those are the local stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with international news. Stay tuned.
We play, you listen.
You talk, we listen.
You got something to say? We want to hear it.
95.4 in Muscat.
And 91 in Salalah.
Music, news, views, and everything in between.
TFM. Let's talk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. NASA astronauts George Cassidy and Frank Rubio have successfully installed rollout solar array on the starboard truss structure of the space station on Sunday. NASA said they have also disconnected a cable allowing restoring a power channel to 75% of its operating capacity. Astronauts ended their spacewalk around 12:51 a.m. after successfully installing a new rollout solar array on the station. You can watch the spacewalk process on the NASA app, the space station blog, and the agency's website. In the process, crew members of Expedition 68 are seen preparing to exit the International Space Station's Quest airlock for a spacewalk that began about 7:25 a.m. EST and lasts approximately 7 hours. Canada has initiated a significant move which will benefit Indian professionals and other foreigners as it expanded its work permits to family members of temporary international workers from next year. While addressing the reporters, Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship of Canada, Sean Fraser, announced that his department is extending work permits to family members of temporary foreign workers on Friday. Prior to this announcement, spouses were only eligible for a work permit if the principal applicant was working in a high-skill occupation. This temporary measure aims to improve the emotional well-being, physical health, and financial stability of workers by keeping families together. As a result, it is expected that the worker will better integrate into their overall work environment and community, according to the press statement released by Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. Starting in January 2023, through a temporary 2-year measure, Canada will expand eligibility to work in Canada to spouses and working-age children through a phased approach for workers at all skill levels. This would include families of workers in healthcare, trades and hospitality, for example. As a result of this new approach, it is estimated that family members of more than 200,000 foreign workers could begin working in Canada, offering a greater opportunity for both foreign workers seeking to work in Canada and for employers addressing their labor needs. Russia refused to accept a price cap on Russian oil, which European Union along with G7 and others have set a deal for $60 per barrel, Dmitry Peskov said. According to Russian news agency, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the following: "We are assessing the situation. Certain preparations for such a cap were made. We won't accept the price cap and we will inform you how the work will be organized once the assessment is over." On Friday, European Union countries agreed to cap the price of Russian seaborne oil at $60 a barrel. Taking to Twitter, the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, said the following: "The EU agreement on an oil price cap, coordinated with G7 and others, will reduce Russia's revenue significantly. It will help us stabilize global energy prices, benefiting emerging economies around the world." Leyen also shared the video on her Twitter account in which she said, "As you know, the EU and other major G7 partners will have a full import ban on Russia's seaborne oil as of December 5th, but we need to ensure that emerging and developing countries continue to have access to some Russian crude oil at limited prices, and thus, today, the EU, the G7 and other global partners have agreed to introduce a global price cap on seaborne oil from Russia." Talking about the objectives, the European Commission President said that firstly, it will strengthen the effect of our sanctions, secondly, it will diminish Russia's revenues, and thirdly, at the same time, it will stabilize global energy markets because it will allow some Russian seaborne oil to be traded, brokered, transported by EU operators to third countries as long as it is solid below the cap. So this price cap will benefit directly emerging and developing economies, and it will be adjustable over time so that we can react to market developments. Together with our partners, we stand united and firm in our opposition to Russia's atrocious war, she added. According to sources, the West's biggest economies agreed earlier this year to establish a price cap after lobbying the United States and vowed to hash out the details by early December. But setting a number had proved difficult. Those are the international stories. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with sports news. Stay tuned.
We play, you listen.
You talk, we listen.
You got something to say? We want to hear it.
95.4 in Muscat.
And 91 in Salalah.
Music, news, views, and everything in between.
TFM. Let's talk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the sports news. Lionel Messi celebrated the 1,000th game of his career with the opening goal as Argentina qualified for a World Cup quarterfinal against the Netherlands, who also won on Saturday. Messi broke the deadlock in the 35th minute in his side's 2-1 win over Australia, which was much closer than expected, with a typical left-footed shot that had Australian keeper Matthew Ryan slightly unsighted. It was his 9th goal in the World Cup, but the first in the knockout stage. Ryan had a moment that he will want to forget in the 57th minute when he was dispossessed from behind by Argentina's striker Julian Alvarez, who hooked the ball into the empty net. Those two moments undid a solid hour's work from the Socceroos, but they made a massive effort to stay in the game as Argentina looked to pass the ball and kill off any chance of a reaction. The Netherlands had to withstand early pressure from the USA, who were again hardworking and energetic, but the Dutch had the intelligence to get behind the American defense by using wing-backs Daley Blind and Denzel Dumfries. Speaking after the match, Dutch coach Louis van Gaal said his side could win the World Cup. "I don't say we will win it, but we can win it," he insisted. Memphis Depay, Daley Blind and Denzel Dumfries scored a goal each to guide Netherlands to a 3-1 victory over USA in the round of 16 match at Khalifa International Stadium. With this win, the Dutch team made it to the quarterfinals and USA have been knocked out of the competition. USA started off aggressively as Christian Pulisic came up with a left-footed shot from the center of the box, which was saved in the bottom right corner after an assist from Tyler Adams with a through ball. In the 10th minute of the match, the Dutch team took the lead as Denzel Dumfries' assist helped Memphis Depay take a right-footed shot from the center of the box to the bottom left corner. 8 minutes later, Cody Gakpo assisted helped Daley Blind take a left-foot shot from the left side of the box, which went too high. In the 20th minute, USA's Walker Zimmerman tried a through ball, but with Christian Pulisic was caught offside. In the 43rd minute, USA pressed hard against when Timothy Weah's right-footed shot from the outside the box was saved in the bottom right corner. The 2010 World Cup finalists doubled their lead in the stoppage time of the first half when Denzel Dumfries' assist helped Daley Blind take a right-footed shot from the center of the box to the bottom left corner. With this, the first half ended with the Dutch team taking a 2-0 lead. In the second half too, USA started off aggressively when Christian Pulisic came with a cross from a corner as Weston McKennie header from the center of the box missed to the left. Finally, America broke the deadlock in the 76th minute when Pulisic's assist helped Haji Wright's right-footed attempt from the right side of the 6-yard box to the bottom left corner. The goal gave the Americans a semblance of hope for a comeback, but that they did not stay long as Blind's assist helped Denzel Dumfries take a left-footed shot from the center of the box to the bottom left corner to give Netherlands a 3-1 lead. The Netherlands had 42% of possession, but the United States of America had 58%. The Dutch team had 6 shots on target, while the Americans had 8 shots on target. Those are all the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates, stay tuned and keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.